Sure, with Leroy.
What's up, fam? How you guys doing?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
What's up,
Ya
man?
bolela weekend tebanong. Ya bolela weekend tebanong. Ya bolela weekend
Man.
tebanong.
Ace. I don't big you know what, man? Like, let me start by apologizing to Batubo Tlekamo, actually, guys. My body, and my network, they were not actually very kind of. So, as in, guys, I really apologize for yesterday, fam. Working, and I'm really sorry. But then, I'll just make sure that like that never happens again. Like, guys, please. But again, Canelo and my leader, thank you very much, man. But guys, I feel. Yeah. Working kind of happy actually, you know, and like working. Um, special shout out to Workman Karabo M actually, bruh. She came through weekend to it actually, and it was
Ah, nice.
Yeah, man. No, and like she was very great actually, bruh. Like
That's wonderful.
yeah, and I have like thank you to actually her, man, bruh. Like the weekend was dizzy, but was the we had fun.
That's great.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, shout out, man.
Away, Abuti Leroy. Abuti Mahlatsi, we see you. Snayami. Abuti Mahlatsi, we see you. Re go itshwaretse, re na le bo Jesu in our hearts.
Hallelujah, Bazalwane. Thank you very much. My God, but oh, and I happen like Lematlas wanted to come actually, yeah, and like, but you couldn't actually, man. But man, it was great fun, guys. Like, you guys should have came, man. Yes, you know, like it was too fun. But yeah, shout out, man. Shout out to
Nah,
Kara.
get on. We see you, Grace. Welcome. Um, and yeah, man. Those who don't know me, my name is KG, and we are Makoya Rundown. We're here Monday to Friday. 20 plus 10, we're here. I was a little bit late today. My apologies for that, and thank you for your patience. And we have a YouTube channel also where we post our lives there, so you can also check the library of wonderful conversations that we have here on a daily Monday to Friday since last year. There's a whole lot. So please do check that out, and you know what it is, share the live with people who would it would benefit them to hear what we are going to talk about today. Here's the topic of the day, so please share those people that you know who are supposed to be here that are not here. Go fetch them and bring them here, you know. So please, little love 112, we see you. Welcome indeed. And yeah, man, it's a little bit of a cloudy day, overcast today, and temperatures are a little bit low. But oh yes, no man, I got a notification from a colleague saying, "Guti, it snowed in Lesotho sometime last week." So maybe go on again on inland, yeah, because also the Cape Townians were saying temperature dia gasa kada over the weekend. So I guess go on again on inland. So let's see. Temperatures being low is an understatement. Ow, like it is karabo sur. So yeah, but I guess it's just the remnants in Jeta cold fronting and because of the snow that was in Lesotho Lapo. But hopefully it will pass by the end of the week. Everything will be back to normal. Revemo springing. So yeah, man. Here's the topic of the day, courtesy of our producer Vibe Stealer. You know, Um, this one, love is blind. Is it a myth or reality? First of all, I want to hear from all of you. Maar the way ke le tsebang ka teng no, nkare ke bona o setse le wela mo kae. But nonetheless, let's hear. Is it a myth? Is it a reality for you? Maybe throw in a young story nyana, ringata ka skakanyana. Let's hear are you guys still blind? Those who are blind, or like let me know what it is. So please do request join on the panel, make a comment on the comment section. Let's hear what is it. And thank you guys for already reaching 7K, when we are barely just here for 10 minutes. So I appreciate whoever is tipping. You know yourself. Please, we appreciate that tapping. Keep on tapping. Everyone else, please follow through. So yeah, come through and let's have this conversation. What does it mean? What it's meant by love is blind? Ever love is blind. Were you ever blinded now? Where myth, reality? Please, let me know. Abutimpo. Oh, let's start with Leroy. Sorry, Leroy.
Thoma ka shaka tswana mo.
Relax, nagbarki magana crest ticket.
Ifrot man, thompa man.
Sorry, crest, sorry, tell. Now, I mean, you know what, guys? Okay, I'm really not sure about the context, actually, but then, I mean, my view of like, cause that love is blind vibes. I feel that like love is more real than blind, ne? Like most people, they try to force their idea of love onto their partners, actually, So I mean, like, they kind of like forget that, or no, actually, like, you should be more realer than like what's that, like living the fantasy, what is it, the fantasy love idea. So now like most people, they tend to say love is blind because now they go through it with a certain idea of, so now they are being blind to the reality of it. So I'm thinking, hey man, I'm as more real than blind. So it's basically that, So
Okay.
I've
So,
also heard,
worry, but they impose what on others?
the idea of
Love.
no, like the idea of the perfect love that that they, instead of being more real, ish. Okay, guys, I
So
mean,
is it no, I fully understand you. I just wanted to use the exact words that you use, so I didn't want to misquote you, hence I was asking. So then are we saying, I don't know, what you're saying makes me then question, because it gives an impression that people have different versions of what love is, and therefore there is categories there. And does that then mean that we don't know what love is generally? So much so that everyone has their own version of, like you say, perfect love. And that seems not to be the reality. So is perfect love not a reality? Is it does not exist? Like, nka rona le love na le bananyana ba ba payanyana go etsahalang abuti Leroy?
Okay, you kind of got me there, Nyana, but no, Karisheva, ne? Like people that believe that love is blind, actually, they very what's that often, ne? They ignore the reality of that. Like love is not supposed to be this perfect, like what's that, like fantasy that they have. So now they get into as in like this relationship as in like blindly to the reality of this might not be the perfect thing that you think it is, you know. So now they do get into relationships with what's that, like with the fantasy love, and then like they get hurt, and then now they say no, guys, but then like love is blind, guys, like me, I just did whatever it is, but then now you didn't want to actually be more real with yourself. So why now you actually as in I just want it as in like this perfect love as like that you have in your head that blinded you from the reality of what you are in actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what that then says to me is that your version as Leroy of love is the realest version to you. Now, someone else can also debunk that and be like, no, my version of love is the realist. Yours is superficial, or I forgot the term that you used. So then that's where, for me, the problem lies. Gore, is it now that we have so many different versions of love that we will never find a common ground because we all think another person's version of love is not real, is too perfect, or is too whatever?
Eish, I think you got me mar hapon tatlinyana molo molo, you know, but then yeah, and like, you know what, yeah, actually. So
No, I'm just, and these questions are not necessarily also just directed to you. I'm just probing based on the perceptions, or rather the statements that you're making, right? Because you are interpreting it however you see it, and you then saying that someone has whatever perception of love that they come into a relationship with you, and that to you may not necessarily be real. What they are expecting is not what real love is. So it means that you know what real love is, but someone else will feel the very same way, saying, Nami, I know what real love is. So it means your version as Leroy is not real, or it's superficial in one level or the other. So then that's where Kere Enkara are on a common ground.
okay, okay.
No
I'm
need to
actually
respond to it unless you want to, but that was just the statement I was making on that.
okay, but then basically what I'm saying is that like most men say that say like because that like love is blind actually, they normally go in with the superficial mentality, you know? Or no, as in like this must be perfect. You must do this for me, I must do this for you. But then like sometimes the mole dizzy mole. So now they are sometimes like what's that ignorant to the reality parts actually.
I hear you. I hear you.
But it's
Yeah.
not a problem
Uh,
so yeah.
yeah. No, I hear you. But also my other concern is when we are rooted so much in what we believe and interpret love to be, so much that when a different version of love is demanded from you, therefore you feel that that is superficial, wrong, unrealistic, or whatever term you would
That's
put
where
to
I'm
it.
getting actually. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, actually that. Yes.
Yeah, but it's a problem then for me, Hore. It means then that individually or as an individual, there's no room to expand your definition of love and the acts thereof involved in this definition of love. Because then if someone's acts as they come to you, they are too much or whatever you see them as, especially without interrogating where they come from and the perspective of a person,
There
then
you
you will
go.
definitely not meet this person on the ground, you
Hundred
know.
percent. Yes, that. Yes, 100% does. So now that is very often the problem actually working kind of with like more with like these people that say like love is blind, that they don't like look at it okay, you know what, ne? Let me accept you for who you are, and then like let me like love you for who you are, you know. But instead they're like, no, you must be this, no, hey, you must be that, and then like that's my love. And I'm like, look, I'm like, guys, we're not perfect out here, you know. So like let's just make it work, no. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, as in like that's me, guys. I went.
Chap chap. Thanks, Abuti. And welcome, welcome, welcome to the Latarkamers. We still like you. We greet you. I've seen your greetings there. We greet you. Join in on the conversation. Love is blind. Is it a myth or is it a reality? Throw in a Yans Kakanyana Karabo. I'm still waiting for you to come through and give us Kakaseo, please. Zwagala, Zwagala Manelo. And let's do that. Abutimpo, come through, sir.
Hola, hola, everybody on that panel. KG, as a brother man.
Fere. O grande Butag.
I can sharp, bro.
Ragao fair.
Uh, love is blind. I don't think love is blind. I think people are infatuated.
Okay.
I think a lot of people get caught up in the hype of meeting someone new that they forget or they miss the signs, the clear signs. Hore. This is not make sure. You know what I mean? What about they go to the river and they want to jump
Okay.
in without checking if there's crocodiles inside. You know what I mean? You even ignore the sign when you're driving in here, no swimming allowed. When now you just want to get there and dip yourself inside. So so I think love is a beautiful thing. Love is an amazing thing. When you find it, cherish it. Love is being in love is nice. Like, and being loved is also nice, you know, and being loved right is even nicer. So I think firstly we need to get away from this infatuation state that people always have, and Gamo people end up getting hurt because in their minds they think that love, like it's infatuation. You know, somebody coming here, our love bomb. You know, I love bomb, and then when you get love bombed, you think, oh, this person loves me. He's always buying me gifts. We're always going out. Uh, we always doing things together. But that also can be manipulation, you know, because our agenda has got a tendency of using money as a way of blinding Basadi into thinking, "Hore, me doing things for you means I love you, while I actually just want something from you." You know, so in short, I don't think love is blind. I think people need to stop being infatuated. You know, in the same way, in business, Vaira, due diligence.
Yeah.
People also need to do due diligence when it comes to love and relationships.
Okay. Nicely put, sir. Much appreciated. I want to read a comment from someone I saw here. Um, okay, na, okay. Okay, it's per Pel Lee. It's a myth. Love is not blind. It sees everything but chooses to ignore the red flags. Um, I like the wording and how it's coming. Just not the red flags, but I like that because it's almost similar to the version that the Black Book speaks about when he speaks about love, right? So, if you may allow me to quote scriptures today, allow me to just be, love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy or boast, it is not arrogant or rude, it does not insist on its own way, it is not irritable or resentful, it does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. So that is what the Bible will define love and rather the acts of love. Yeah. And none of it there speaks of anything of larking Leroy, take care of me, do this for me, don't do this for me, and whatever the case. But in the fact of it being described as it is kind, kindness can manifest itself in different ways. Patience, in the terms of, that's where I was coming from in terms of red flags. Is it just the ignorance of red flags, or it is the manifestation of patience? Anas. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not arrogant, it is not rude, it does not insist on its own way and irritable. Tell me what it is, Sedge. And all of these things. So this is just something that I can quote in terms of what has been written about love. And like someone said, it seems like we have a whole lot of I've noted you, Leroy, we have a lot of definitions and perceptions and perspective on love and all of those. So those are characteristics of love. Let's define it together. Thank you very much. So those are, as Sage is putting it, characteristics of love. So now that we know the characteristics, and maybe that's not all of it as per your thing, then what becomes the definition then of love? Maybe you can throw it in Abuti Sage. Leroy, you can come through.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, I just wanted to send a special shout out, actually, to my sister. Like, she's here today, so I was like, hey, guys, yeah. But yeah,
Like your blood sister.
yeah. But can is my firstborn ako kay.
Can I peli?
Yeah.
So libuli ka fell.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't say like it's the family say name ki Leo, so ki Lee. You see? Yeah. We're sorry about that, guys.
Right. No, we appreciate you, Ospel. Leroy, no, I don't know. Ospel is dropping bars here. I don't know what happened to you, my friend.
It
was your younger brother the other time dropping bars. Now it's your sister that was your other aunt. Leroy, what's happening, my boy? Everyone around you is dropping bars, nje. Yeah?
Hey, man, I'm a special child. Go hide, chief. Come on now. I sharp.
Good to know, Booty. So yeah, Osma Coupe, come through. Come do what you do best and throw me off and have me asking for definitions. Zogat. Hello.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can say le rata go mpitsa itse because nna ke a tshaba go bolela itse.
So nilili weekend thing one on a Leroy.
Not even a little bit.
No, not even.
So why voice it out?
Nna ke ngwana modimo nna. O ka se nkry nje ko dilo ntse na leng Leroy ka mogare o ka se ke je mpone mo. You won't.
All right, all right, all right. Otherwise, are you okay? Is it flu? Are you okay? What's happening?
Hey, but Babuji, I woke up like this.
Oh, when a Beyonce. All right, all right, all right.
Yeah,
No,
but I
it's
think
okay.
as
Continue.
I keep talking, it will warm up because I get a kid like
Not a
you, and
problem.
so I can be quiet for hours.
Now I understand. Okay. No,
So I
that's
think
cool. Yes.
as I'm busy shouting at you guys here, it will warm up.
Not a problem. I'm gonna use this against you another day and I'll remind you, but continue.
Oh my God. Like,
It is what it is.
and now I have a problem with you, Abud KG, because you are
Uh-huh.
supposed to be my protector. But anyway,
Yes.
it's fine. I'll have, I'll cook for Ria and not other people. You'll eat vicariously through her. Keep going.
Listen, when the two have become one,
Keep
yes.
going. Um, you know, yeah. And I always say this. Gore, there are some things. Yes, most things, a lot of things are relative, ne? And they are a matter of perspective, and what I think is not necessarily what you will think. But sometimes, guys, we use this thing of relativity to excuse bad behavior and toxic situations,
Okay.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
when I hear love is blind, I think, first of all, love is a healthy situation. It's a stable situation. It's a situation where you feel safe. It's a good relationship that is love. And when I hear love is blind, it means that when somebody loves you, they overlook and ignore your flaws and imperfections. So, what we see, those that don't necessarily love you, they wonder, Mara, why KG a rata Ria a na le ntsumpa mo leitlhong?" But because you love Ria, you don't see that your love for her has blinded you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when we start throwing in manipulation, when people ignore manipulation, they ignore gaslighting, they ignore all these toxic traits and tools in the name of quote unquote love, I leave the chat because that is not love. Uh, so we need to stop excusing bad behavior and allowing ourselves to stay in toxic and harmful situations in the name of perspective and relativity. We defend bad things because, oh no, you don't see it. You will never see it the way I do. Girl, this man is abusing you. Boy, this girl is abusing you. If it has nothing to do with perspective, and we are in danger of this thing ya gore we know too much but we know nothing at all,
Sure.
you know. And it concerns me. It worries me gore our guys we can't be saying motho ba mo gobatsa e be re re love is blind. It doesn't make sense because first of all it's not love, understand. But
Um,
again, this is my opinion. It's not the gospel. No matter how passionately I bring my views across, I'm not saying it's the gospel and it cannot be changed or challenged. But yeah,
that's
that's
an invitation to challenge. Whoever wants to challenge, Zwagala.
so.
Zwagala.
Yeah, because there was one time where I was speaking with my uncle and we were talking about Kore, what was this fruit in the Garden of Eden that was eaten, and we concluded, Hori, we think that the fruit may be knowledge. Hori, when you are living your life and you don't know certain things, you won't even know what nudity is. You won't know Hori, dilo tsa so. So we are in this time now where we have this abundance of knowledge and we don't know what to do with it. It has in other places it has become a weakness and a threat, this knowledge. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Right. All right. And to your conversation with your uncle, I believe there was a mention of what, 2 trees? Tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So I think that answers perhaps the assumption that was made there. And going at it, and as you're saying, the today I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be quoting a lot. So there is, according to my understanding, that would be Genesis. Let's just go. That would be Genesis 2:15-17. So Sage says it was the fruit of knowledge. God didn't want them to know things prematurely. Love how you have put it there, Abu Sage, because there is, even in the Bible, the distinction between knowledge of the world and the knowledge of God, or the knowledge that comes out of knowing God, right? And for me, that always fascinated me, because when the world knows what it knows, but one, is it reliable? Is it sustainable? Can it produce what I believe everyone wants to see good? Can it produce the good that everyone wants to see? So then knowledge and just knowing things, as Abutise just said, prematurely, or just knowing certain things, then becomes an issue. And I remember we spoke about this Makupe. I remember you mentioned something along, I don't remember what we were talking about, but it was along the lines of, I think it had to do with Ubsangoma or something like that. But the knowledge that people, and you were making an example, by the way, the knowledge of people who, learn Bosangoma and whatnot, and how it is then protected, that you must go through certain things for you to come to certain knowledges and learn how to then steward that knowledge and things like that. So there seems to be that, and even the reference of what we're speaking about in the issue of Eve, to say, yes, you're going to get knowledge. Is that knowledge good for you now? Is that knowledge even good for you to begin with? And can you steward that knowledge? Do you have the capacity to steward that knowledge in itself? So these becomes those questions that comes to mind for me when then we speak about this knowledge concept. And therefore, when now love comes in with its characteristics, as we have looked at it in scripture, and everyone else is welcome to bring in whatever characteristic that they look at, or they look at love in. So all of that for me then becomes the question, as Makupe was saying, Hore, is it the blindness only being blind to the flaws of a person? Or now people are blind to even what is not necessarily a flaw, but a danger to them? And how do you, because Makupe, when we speak about the flaws, one would say that there's a flaw in someone that results in them being a narcissist or having narcissistic tendencies. Does that also just becomes part of the flaws that love ignores? Or how do we navigate that element? Because it's still a flaw nonetheless.
Well, if a person is truly a narcissist, and you're in a relationship with somebody who's, you will know that being in a relationship with a narcissist is harmful. It's harmful for your mental health. So then, for me, it's not love, because the thing is, if you are in a relationship that puts you in harm's way, it already means that you yourself have a dodgy relationship with yourself, and o ka se kgone go rata the next person o sa ithate wena. The reason why you are with a certain person, and even not even just in a romantic setup, the reason why you allow certain people in your life that are harmful for your life speaks to the relationship that you have with yourself. And if wena ga o ithate, you will not love other people. You cannot be capable of loving others if you don't love yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup. So that's what I was saying. For now, when it's like that, love has left the chat. Like, we are talking about other things. Now we need to start talking about how are you going to help yourself love you. And then o tla kgona go tswa mo situationeng eo and other things. Understand? But love for me is healthy. Number one, it's a healthy relationship that you have with yourself and you have with your partner. And in terms of relativity, that's when we can say your quirks are relative. So somebody o kgona go gotlelela monna o bolelang gagolo o phaphang. But for me, that's a flaw. For somebody else, it's not. It's a strength. Understand? So dilo tse byalo gore okay, my man doesn't work. Go gotlelela ntho eo. My man is this, my man is that. But your relationship with this man or your relationship with this woman is a healthy one.
Okay.
So we can say maybe instead of flaws, we can say challenges. Challenges that you face in a relationship. But
Yeah. All right. No, I hear you. Thank you so much. Papa Letabo,
Shopee.
the grand Tabutueno.
Ke mnati. Hey, Leroy. Umpatrekile ne?
Braga, zwakala le tsona man.
Umuntu nketsa mara but yeah. Anyway, o sharp mara Leroy.
I'm alive, Mpenchake. I'm alive.
Ay man. Ke tsona.
No way.
Yeah, now like as in my take on this, now I'm just going to define this according to my own personal definition. Ne? I just want to quote on what Mpo said. Mpo spoke about love bombing. You understand? Some people get this love bombing thing to a point that at the end of the day it doesn't work. That's where love is a myth. You understand? People choose the people that don't love them. Iyalo. So when it's like that, when you end up filling a cup that you shouldn't be filling, let's say you're trying to fill from an empty cup. At the end of the day, you are the one who's going to get more head. That's when you're gonna say love is myth because of you are not chosen. You are the one who chose that person. And the other thing I would say for love is real. You know, it is real. The reason why I'm saying this is because of love is a feeling and it's also a choice. You know, like as we always say, like Bona, we tend to have seasonal conditions in relationships, in marriages. Sometimes you wake up in the morning and you feel like your partner is annoying you. You feel like your partner or Dana or Bora, but you can still say, you know what, I choose to love this person. I choose to do the things that I used to do when I fell in love with with her. So to go to I would also like each to its own buffet. You understand? Because of sometimes we can say love is blind. For me, on that love is blind, it's because of some people get blinded by not seeing any of those people that they are in love with. They cannot see their flaws, they cannot see the toxicity, or this person is a narcissist. And they tend to focus on loving those people, and then they would say, oh no, ke mo rata the way a le ka teng. Only to find out sometimes like you ignore those red flags. You understand? So when it's like that, to me it will be like, I know it's gonna bite you back to a point where okay, you're gonna say, okay, you know what, love is not real. Love is a myth. So there's so much of it that I can say. I know we always say, okay, love itself is not enough, of which I also agree with that. But at some point, when there is that unique connection between you and your person, when it's a give and take, when that love is reciprocated, that's when you will understand, oh, you know what, this is the beauty of love. What you give is what you get, even if you don't get it exactly as you're getting it. I mean, I can even mention the smallest things. You become so considerate about your partner's feeling. I mean, the courtesy that you have, the TLC that you have for your partner. What tlhaloganya. Let's say from a man's perspective, it's a fella example. Let's say na le motho a ka re, they go 8 to 5, and then get to when I'm working from home or okay, off for today. I know that she's working, long hours. I'm going to be so much considerate. Oh, ish, motho a go tla fitlha a kgathetse. You know what? Let me just stand there in the kitchen. Let me just ke phehe, ke itse gore ha kena, she's just going to relax, and then and she's gonna have a peaceful day. It's a feeling that you have. This is how I feel about my partner. I care so much about my partner, regardless of how busy you are at work. O ka nna wa nna busy, wa nna kore man, wa nna mechanic, wa kena go tlasa koloi, but you can still have that courtesy of checking up on your partner. You understand? Like as in how you doing, how's your day? Regardless of whether o dula le bona or o dule le bona, you can feel like there is something that is missing outside of you. I'm not saying how you always stay on hours on the phone, you always like having long conversation, but that thing fella who you checking up on your person, you call them or you send them a text, and then yeah, that's it. That's my own definition.
Okay, all right. No, I hear you, sir. I hear you. Nicely put. Thank you so much. And I think, and judging from the comments, also, good morning, dear Getting. Judging from the comments, maybe we might have a challenge in terms of defining love, but I think having seen what the characteristics of love are, and to what Makupe said also in the comments there, that it is a positive thing, and with the definitions that we have seen, or rather the characteristics of love that we have seen, that Abuti Papa Letabo speaks about or has mentioned, Makupe has mentioned, these characteristics, in as much as they may not necessarily give us a definition, but at least they give us what love is not, or at least what the characters of love is not. So if it says then it's not rude, when there is rudeness, then we need to question whether it's love or not. When there is no patience, then we need to ask, is it love or not? So when it's not necessarily meeting those characteristics that we have seen and we have known in love, then we need to question it in a sense. So, but in any case, Abuti Reynolds, come through.
Good morning, everyone, on this beautiful Tuesday.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay, and yourself?
Very well, thank you. Very well. Come through with it.
Wow, but Kaji, such an important topic. I will start here. It says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. The Bible quote, right? love your neighbor as you love yourself. Now, is love is not a myth or reality. I can say it's a myth. You understand? Because as we people we've changed it from its reality, from being a true love.
Okay.
You understand? Because now when you read the Bible, when the Bible says love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? And you also quoted a verse that says, can you please repeat it? That says,
Love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy or boast, it is not arrogant or rude, it does not insist on its own way, it is not irritable or resentful, all of that. Yeah.
thank you. When you quote that verse, it tells us that love is something that works with patience. It works with. It doesn't envy. Always nayo. It's just natural. It's just natural as it is. But then, as I want, hey, we've came to the point whereby we're making love as something else now. We're taking love to the bushes, to the bushes and its darkness where we think it belongs. God, no, it's right here in the light. It's just right here in the light. Because the moment God says, love yourself as you love your neighbor as you love yourself, it simply means have a first love within yourself. So that first love, you put it on yourself, you can give it to your neighbor as well. Do you understand me? But then we have the attitude with the umuntu wami yamthanda but hey izinto azenzayo zingenza ngingasakhoni ukumthanda ngalokwanele. You understand? But then we're confusing it. Because we've been given uthando, we've been given love by God, we've been given this thing, and God says, take it, use it, and share it to your neighbors. We misuse it. We definitely, and we end up being in a point where now we want to claim our partner. Hey, my partner do that, my partner do this, my partner what, and do you think that is love that you give to yourself? No, that's what I mean. Honestly, I want a relationship that goes with love. If there's no love, then forgive me. A true relationship that has a strong bond like palms. You see your palms, they have a very strong bond, they cooperate together. But then if they don't know. No, I'm making a simple example. I'm making it an example. I'm making an example because, guys, come on, just think about it.
Yeah, no, I know that's your number one example when it comes to love, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That relationship is very strong and they will never separate it. That's my 2 cents, Kutuamiabo.
Thank you so much, Dr. Reynolds. Much appreciated. And I think what Reynolds just spoke about, Ospel said it earlier on when she said we tend to give the love we are supposed to give to ourselves to other people, so as Abu Reynolds is saying that the instruction is love your neighbor just as you love yourself. So first of all, do you love yourself, and what does love looks like for you? And in that also, Abu Duranoti gave me another revelation of perhaps the people who have not figured out what loving themselves looks like, yet they go and rush to want to give love when they don't know it, they don't have it themselves, then those people in turn will also only give what they have. And perhaps that is not love to begin with. So I think that's another caution and what I am seeing, and it makes also a little bit of sense and brings a lot of clarity in terms of that. So, yeah, let me just read your comments. There's so many right now. How much of what you Bekezela is more self-preservation than actual love? Right. Most of the time, it has nothing to do with this person you claim to love. Fair point. Definitely fair point. And the only thing that separates them, love is a risk. This is from Karaba. Love is a risk. Everyone hopes for good, kind, but they likely end up with something else. Okay. Mpongana, most times people know it will end badly, but the hope of change is usually what's detrimental. Come through, Makupe. I see your hand.
Oh, okay. I think I must sing when I'm not talking. Because
Yes,
when I
you
get
must.
quiet, it goes away again.
Leroy Aroja Orange.
Hey, I can orange.
Oh,
Yami Mose guy. Yami
hey,
Mose
hey,
guy.
hey,
I
Mota.
must drive to Pick and Pay for an orange.
Exactly. Oh,
Homaruru.
okay, and then
I'm not going outside. Sorry.
Yeah, Soha.
Yeah.
So okay. In as much as love is relative and all, ne, if really you love this person and it's about you, it's about the next person and it's not about you, then you
Okay.
must look at your reasons of why you are still with this person and why you are tolerating their behavior. So most of the time when a lot of the times when I speak to like friends who are in what's the word? Questionable relationships. And I can say before now why I don't know why they come to me for advice, but maybe they're not wanting advice, they're just venting. Maybe I should just keep quiet and be a shoulder. But anyway, but anyway,
Now the una orange juice ka straw of
what's like
kanjani.
when you go for good, orange juice. So the reasons will be no, but by now, but keep two different parents. Where am I gonna go from here? We've built this up, so like we've built this home together. Now I have to start from scratch. It's very rare, vele gore motho a re, it's because ke a mo rata. And when they do say it, either they do love them or they don't want to say the actual reason. So I don't think we interrogate our reasoning enough. We don't interrogate why we do the things that we do. And it's also important to have people in your life that show you the blind spots. I was talking to what's up again, my uncle. Anyway, I was talking to him. I must invite him to come and talk one day here because most of the things
do.
that I say are actually inspired by him.
Let's hear from the source. Harusnya got the reference then.
If you think I'm annoying, oh, I care.
Hey, and we might just create a monster. All of we know now he's on TikTok the whole time.
So he recently got divorced, right?
Okay.
And Nikidutsi with my grannies, and they were talking about, after a breakup, and people start revealing what they really think about your partner. What do you want in the eyelash? What? So I tell him, and I'm like, sir, your your moms are saying this and this and that about your ex. And it's like,
Yeah.
why didn't you guys tell me when I was with her? You know? So we underestimate how important it is to to be honest with people. Sometimes people do have a blind spot when they are quote unquote in love. And we do sometimes need to give them a nudge or a hint. Or can you see this? Why bonanto is so? Why I'm not saying have license in people's relationships and start going willy-nilly. No. I'm saying for when you see a pattern or when you see nto eso is harmful to the next person, then maybe try to nudge them in the right direction. We you know, and let them get to the answer themselves. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
I hear you. I hear you very well. I hear you very well. Any skata on your blindness to love, Makupe?
Nah, I am the chief of blindness to love. That is my spillion. That one. I can make sense. I can make sense with everything else and reason with everything else. Bring Jolo in the mix. Common sense lives the chat. I will not listen to anybody. I will not be born. It is the hill that I will die on. So this advice that I'm telling you guys, I don't follow it myself.
Menelisi, can you please mute on your side? Menelisi? Menelisi way!
The ghetto, you're so ghetto.
Menelisi!
Why some beauty?
Because I can mute ka stela khona bua. Menelisi way! Menelisi a teng ba vet awa.
Menelisi is like me when I'm in a relationship. You will shout.
Touche.
You will shout, KG. Aussie, can you see that you are falling over a cliff? And I'll be like, leave me alone. Wes, I will laugh with you. I will laugh at you with my man. For what a KG ring. So that's why I stay away from relationships, guys, because I know my brain leaves the chat. I will be here advising you guys instead. That's what I will do.
Yeah. Okay. Before I give Pumpkin, I don't think Hore Hariboni, we do see Mare the fear of starting over or some other reason we choose. Okay, that is from Pearl. So yes, Liputi.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you? How are you? How are you on a butter night? How are you, man?
So, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, Auntie Itli's weight, what is it linked to? Is it linked to our brain, to our heart, to our private parts? Because now, I don't think a lot of people will have issues in relationships or be blinded by love if sex was not involved. Once you start getting physical with someone, that's where you start losing your mind, because stigmatization is real, guys, and we all know that. Once ungaqala lapho sekushubile, everything is gonna go wrong. You must just know that everything is gonna go wrong. From there, everything is gonna go wrong. If we took time and got to know people well, spend time with them. If you want to meet their family, you met their family, and then decided, Guti, will I fit in better now with this family or with this person? Then I think things will be better, But Tina, like for me, for instance, I'm gonna make an example. Guys can laugh at me. I don't care. I almost gave someone money 2 months back. You know about the story. Not because I love him.
Yeah.
Not because I love him, was because I was sexually frustrated. And when someone just, touches you, kisses you for after a very long time, and the way he did, I considered it. I considered giving that guy money, honestly. But if it wasn't for izinja, angithi izinja in a bad way, izinja zale game leya kumakoya, I would have given him money. I would have, honestly. But then, thank you guys for talking me out of it, even though it was not nice. You were very blunt and very rude, some of you. But it's like, I took time and I'm like, "Ish, it's and then speak to this guy because I was being led by what was happening down there. If I had started there, trust me, love would have been blind for me. I would have given that guy money, probably would have disappeared because I haven't even seen his place at that time. So, but I know where he is, where he works. I would have gone to his workplace though. But I'm just saying that if we take time and get to know people, in and out, guys, isn't eziningi would be solved in relationships, honestly. You wouldn't be blinded by the red flags and the flaws of the next person because you'll be taking time to get to know them before you start getting physical with them. I think it probably made it because most of the time when people break up, it's like, oh, I slept with him. Now I'm gonna add a number. What is your body count? Nan. It's because of that. It's because this is before we actually feel what we need to feel in the. Yeah, I know what love is, but I think for me it's like, I don't know. If I think of you and I cannot smile, then I don't love you. Like, I need to feel some kind of way. I need to spend time with you. For me, I need to spend time with you, a lot of time, for me to determine if I love you or not. And then everything will just fall into place. And gifts and whatever things might come after. Personality is very important. And yes, you must not be broke, obviously. But so I just wanted to add that, guys, if we left the physical part of it, firstly in relationships, then we wouldn't be having a lot of problems that we're experiencing right now in relationships.
No, I hear you. And Pumpkin, so 100 hour ele throw a party, for the incha. It's a game.
I might get you.
Hey, I mean, like,
you're not 100 hour thing, but don't talk about budget.
Exactly, KG. So I don't know, it's a link spring fiesta, that's Pumpkin.
Yeah, you guys deserve some sort of compensation. Nina, I need an silly and sang, but you guys were fine. It's just that most of the things that you hoid in that conversation, I was like, I boo. Manji, what is happening?
Sicily, Mara, you are here.
100,000.
Yo, guys, when Pumpkin has a problem, please don't put me on the panel. Okay? Get sharp. No thanks.
Every time Pumpkin matla zako tla nahana makoya, or what would makoya people say?
I'm coming to the platform early that morning if it happened the day before. I am not going to get you guys. I know.
So good. Makupa Ari, we are here to help you with your blind spots. I think this needs to be Leroy motto Yamakoya there when it comes to relationships. We are there. We are there to ensure. Oh, hey, beautiful. Oh, baguettes. Oh, Lerato la pelo ka kila bathong seleng blushes at the same time. I got one I'm twag. I do not like. Hey guys, Njolang, go monate bathong. Anyway, where were we before we Alex ke kana le di hot flashes? Go bua mang Leroy Makhupe bua bua mo. Ke
Oh, weak. Oh, weak.
Baguettes.
Hey,
Baguettes.
let's get a re single runa. It's on moche.
Baguettes.
Makhutlo iketle.
It's on
Makhutlo tlogela mara ba
Ria.
re
Ria ya ko mmerekong ke why? How bereki?
oh la phamike ngene wona makhuphi hopile mabra breathe.
Come to Subzi. E itse lo tletse makgakgaela. Nka re network ka ho e ka re va.
And waiting, I was just thrown on the panel. Nji, I was out there on the comments, chilling, minding my own business, drinking my Woolies water. Hi, Ria. Wait, but basa joling, waiting, but I'm fully sankar. Waiting, but gore o didimane ka. Anyway, I'm not there, guys. Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good. Mama, living let's up or sharp. Are you back yet?
No. Yes, I am. I am. I'm
That was a bit of a confusing question, I understand.
Yes.
Okay. I understand.
I
Are you
am.
back from Malanga? That's the question.
I'm back from Pumalanga, and yeah, I'm back.
All right. No, I read to my lolly thing here. When I ring here, the love is blind.
It means it is a love is blind. Sure. Mina guys, I have mastered living. I have mastered picking my bags, and Pamela, me, I don't play that game anymore. I think also, I think we've had this conversation before, no, pumpkin. You know, you get to a point where you are like, and now I'm at that point where I'm like, you know, ke tlalla mara ke tlalla ko pele man ke tlalla ke ntse ke paka, you know. I will pack and I will cry forward. I'm not gonna chill and cry, and no, it's a myth. I am not standing any nonsense anymore, and I am blessed that it does not matter how you can touch me or hold me or moisturize and marinate me. Lalela, I will pack my bags and leave after you marinate me. Ke tla beta ka hit and run if you ever do anything that I'm just like, I'm not gonna stay just because I've given you the cookie. Sorry. No. I don't know. It's a myth. Like it's a myth. I will see something. KG, I've been on your WhatsApp like no one's business, you know. I'm not gonna be blind just because of they have marinated me and moisturized me. You know, I will see something, I will speak up, I will say this I don't like, this is setting me off, this, you know. And then if the talking is not, I don't know, if it's not happening for me or whatever, I pack my bags and I leave. It's a myth. Why is the love blind? How is it blind? Not okay, guys. I'm sorry if it's blind by you, not by me. Me, I've mastered picking my things and leaving, because if something is not for me, I will not subscribe. At this point, with every
Yeah, can I love call or hey, yeah, Rex.
sorry.
Bona sintho e lantate. Wa re ke network e smolotsa.
Lero, just because they're not calling you, it's not like the network. KG is right. When are you going to the extreme extent?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, what was I saying?
Hi, Apaku.
No, guys, I've been through a lot, KG. I don't wanna lie. I'm at a point where I am not subscribing to certain things. I will look at something and be like, Apa, a subscriber unavailable. My data has depleted. You know, I am not being part of this. You know, if I decide to stay in a rocky situation, I will have other reasons why I'm staying. You know, I've got this thing of na kinali, and I think KG you've noticed by now, kinali, I battle with confrontations. I will stay because I'm like, oh, I don't want to speak. I don't want to confront him about this. I will, let me let it, slide for now, and then kitla just not now. But don't think that I am not seeing it. Don't think that I am just gonna sweep it under the carpet and be like, no, I'm just gonna move on. One day I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna tackle it and unplan so, because it's gonna get to a point where I'm just like, now I can't take it anymore. It's nonsensical now, and I can't take it anymore. So for me, your love is not blind. Jesus, no. I saw that. Look, I can't.
I know. Rukwela, thank you so much. Much appreciated. And I want to send a shout out to Oscarabo there for defending my marriage from vultures. I know. Thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate that. I see Huria, I know my wife is safe. See that my wife is safe. You are protecting me there. Wonderful. We appreciate you. And yeah, but for those who don't know officially, this wonderful wife that I keep on speaking about, again, I'm blushes and so much into this life. So yeah, I read out the stage or hello, hi. Question how we put some commenting lero hi skabula mloma ha we put some commenting tla bu au simple
Le guy.
tete mo ga mama
No. Modimo sang babaletse. I am not here to talk about the topic. No. I am here to say that rundown, we do not promote promiscuity. We do not promote cheating. We stand for healthy, lifelong relationships. We actually mean it. Ke bua so ke buisa ke Auskarabo. Oitse Ausria o commentile, and who is this gorgeous man? I guess in KG was too preoccupied, right? Who is this gorgeous man on the screen? Auskarabo atlhoma di pone atlhoma. Hey, atsentsha di bullet mo string I am ready. I am so ready for you. This man is very much married.
Oh, no
I was dying. I'm like, okay, girlfriend. You know what? I can't correct. I'm going to watch her into it will play out until who feel like I. No, guys. We love this. Ha hona motho a tlolang mo a shapa stina. The watchers tsa mako ya rundown di shebile. No.
I get
No.
No,
This is what I'm here for.
Mfanyana.
Yes, ma.
It won't be our fault. We won't be to blame because we
Yes,
were on the
rona
front
tlabe re
line.
tladile our part.
Yeah.
It
So we will
be
say
out of our
with
hands
our
now.
chest for Ausria, he wanted to do this. It was not us.
It was not us. Rona, the bystander. We stood very solid. Really, no.
Popo.
Ushadile lo muntu. Yes, Auntie Sabs.
For as long as you have known Ntate Sekgothudi, do you think anyone akabetha ria kastina? Come on, guys.
Wait, let me answer you. Ka
Okay,
ntwe Austria sale ai bolelang are not even in any example not even in any dream.
Thank you.
Ka utlwa ke kgothetse
Thank
ke re,
you.
yeah, yes.
Thank
Lerato
you.
le sa le teng, guys.
Wa
Ga
tseba-
se la ka le la Makhupe. Love is not for me and Makhupe, but lerato le teng, guys. Le
Don't
teng.
forget that you prophesize with your tongue. Don't forget that you prophesize with your tongue.
Ngoba sekujwela wena usukhuluma. Why?
I'm going to see.
Hey, thula subs.
Yes, yeah.
Selibo,
And
I
that's
receive,
all,
Mama. I receive, Papa.
Mponyana.
No, that I'm not.
Mponyana.
Hey, yabona
Mamela.
bazothi mina ngistud. Yebo.
I'm not gonna
ngilalela.
speak to Makupe. I'm not gonna speak to Makupe.
Okay.
When we were out here, we've been saying speak life. No jola ba marinate ba moisturizer. We've held an entire live ka wena nje and put you on the screen. So nina netsami just khulume kakhulu. Umakhuphe musha akazazi lezinto angengize ngina kumakhuphe mphonyana. Ngizomyeka umakhuphe atanase agibele ibumping castle yakaThimologo abhampe. It's fine, she's allowed to. Uskampisa tata. We've held an entire life.
This is not about me though.
I'm just saying ke araba ntwela ya gore because go jolan.
Mara vele sekujwela wena kumele sish. Ay, yo.
Mara, we've held an entire life for 3 hours and we put you on the screen and gave you the platform. Bao moisturizer, bao marinate. Hey, Leroy, please, kupotso le mic. Kupotso le mic.
Subs, cicela unyeke. This
Oh,
is
no,
not a safe
bye-bye.
space. I don't feel safe that there's Sekgothudi. I don't feel safe.
All I wanted to say was na gore ke tlemo before le tlo mpotsa gore because go jola nna ne le ska mpisa thata a re yo mo anyway. All I was saying is that is Sekgothudi, guys. Yazi mabathi umuntu udlile that is Sekgothudi ujile a horribly like guys the stina mo guy. I think Liria is not even shaken. She's not moved because she's just like, what? The thing does not exist. Anyway. Hi, Ray.
Hi, guys. I know. Me, I've left the show. I'm faglapo. I'm done. Now I can just host, take over everything. You know, okay, go right. Let me add. Kiboni mang. A tlo ipuelela ke wa tsena o. Karabo. Agent, the defender. Come through.
No shame, guys. It was the first time when Ria as kissing it. I thought it was a new person who does not know what's going on, you know. So yeah, as kissing it. But yeah, I hope I can constant anybody.
You have a special place in my heart, Karabo. Just know it. Hashem. Salute. I know I'm safe. As long as they're here, I know I'm safe.
You're so much pressure. Everybody must be accountable and be responsible. But anyways, it's fine.
Amen. But I appreciate you coming through. I'm happy.
No problem. I don't know this meeting I fairly, so I just excused myself hanging so that I can comment.
Please come.
So I don't want to say love is blind, but I would like to say that when you love someone, you love them with their flaws. So it's not something that you see as it being negative, but it's just something that you see as it making them unique or different, you know. They're making it okay, this is my person, you know. Like Makupe said earlier, excuse me, I'm gonna use a different example, but she said something similar. She was like, if your partner is stubborn, as an example, but when now you don't mind that, and other people might have a problem with that, but you don't see anything wrong with that because understand. So for me, I just feel like love is a choice. It's a feeling. Like I'm not sure if it was Paul Christ who said that earlier also, but it's something that you deliberately choose to do.
every single day. You choose to show up for your partner every single day. And, whenever they correct you when you're wrong, you're willing to work on those things and make those changes, etc. So if you're experiencing anything other than that, then it's not love. I would say it's not love. It's probably infatuation or whatever you guys want to say. Naskhoa is not my first language, so I wouldn't know which term to use properly. But yeah, that's basically what I'd have to say. From my personal experience, I'd say there are a number of things that in my previous relationship, and I was with the guy for like 5 years. Marriage proposal was there, everything, and I denied the marriage proposal because I realized that this is just not for me. If I were to continue in this marriage proposal or marriage thing with this person, I would definitely not be happy. So that was a choice that I made for myself. Excuse me. So yeah, that's basically about it. So I loved myself enough to know this relationship is not for me. Hence, I decided, okay, I'm literally just going to exit. And me being single, it's being single by choice. Earlier on, I made a comment to say, the dating pool is a mess. It really, truly is a mess, guys. Like, you guys that are in relationships and you are happy, hold on. Hold on tight. That's why I can defend the relationships about. Amen. Sharp.
Thank you so much, Carol, for coming through. I really appreciate it. But before you disappear, what made you, you were in it for 5 years. At what point were you like, this is not gonna be it?
I would say, so I can't sure if Kima Kupe or someone, but somebody mentioned that when you are uncomfortable about things, or when you are not happy about things, you need to communicate them. And that particular individual needs to work on those things to make sure you are, that they become a better person, that they treat you better, that they don't, constantly bring you pain or make you angry, etc., etc. So to a certain point, I felt as though this person, whatever I'm saying, is landing on deaf ears. And I cannot constantly repeat myself. I, for one, I hate repeating myself. I'm that type of person, Hakibwa, Haiwan, it must be done. That's it, And if you do it and then you change and you go back to your old ways, for me, that does not sit well. So I would say there was a time in place where this was becoming like more consistent or more frequent, etc. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to stay for this. I'm not going to, because also at the end of the day, people treat you the way you allow them to treat you. So when you set boundaries and you are firm and stand by those boundaries, and you make sure, okay, this person is aware, okay, Karabo does not like this, or Mang Mang doesn't like this, but I'm still doing it. What am I expecting the outcome to be, basically? So, unfortunately, he expected I'm going to stay, and I didn't. And he's doing whatever he's doing. I don't give a damn. But yeah. And funny thing is,
last question, is he married?
No, he stays 3 minutes away from me. Imagine. And I haven't even seen him.
Oof, okay. That's interesting.
But no, he's not married. He's not married, yeah.
Okay. No, I understand. Alrighty. Thank you so much for getting out of your meeting to come and engage with us. We really appreciate that. Enjoy the rest of your day and your boring meeting.
Yo, guys, thank you so much. You too.
Thank you so much. Cheers. I think I saw a comment again from Osuahali over Tang the point Leroy must just shut up this whole life. As long as those flaws are not eating a part of you, is the comment, yes, love could be blind to flaws, but as long as those flaws are not eating, something in you, then I think that is safe. And also the so-called flaws, can always be put to question, and we can always have a discussion around the flaws and having. You can write the question down, Reynolds, or come up if you want. So in terms of flaws and people having flaws, it goes back to actually what Reynolds said earlier on, Hore. There is that commandment of us loving our neighbor like we love ourselves. And if you love yourself enough, or at least just love yourself, you would know that you also have certain faults within you. So when you do recognize another person's faults, or flaws rather, you then would be a bit more patient, a bit more lenient, and also it helps when the person would also like to get better and correct those flaws. Sometimes the people don't correct the flaws, it's just part of their wiring. Then it's a decision of deciding, am I gonna stick around with this or not, So sometimes I think we find it difficult to accept people for who they are, because we always feel like people can always do better. You can be like, you know what, KG has so much potential, if only he did this, and we drive at that instead of sometimes just be like, I have tried, it's okay, let me accept this person as they are, or choose and decide whether I'm gonna stick around for it, or I'm gonna have a boundary against that, and then we move. So question I would do right now, is it difficult to start a true relationship with friendship? Okay, all right. Hey, I would renounce. Difficult, I don't know, that would be subjective. My marriage was founded on friendship. I was friends with my wife for a bit of time, and took also a bit of time for me to come out of the brother zone. So that would be the only difficulty maybe we would speak about, Reynolds. But generally, I don't want to say this is a model, but the qualities of a friend is good qualities to have them also in a relationship, romantic relationship. So for me, by those basics, or by those bases rather, it makes sense for me to be able to be in a relationship and marry a person whom you have seen as a friend. Because more than anything, you have accepted them for who they are, you have loved them for whatever period of time you've been friends, and all of these things. So that would be one of, I wouldn't say perfect, but the best way to start when it comes to the concept of friendship and relationship. I don't know if that answers you, Abuti Reynolds.
Abuti,
Come
you know why I asked this question? We normally,
Hey, that fresh cut, my brother, that fresh
You
cut.
know,
I see you.
Boy, I'm telling you, boy. It's
Sure, come through.
I'm asking this question because most of the time when you approach a lady saying, hey mama, can I know you much better? That person will ask you, what exactly do you want to know? And when you tell that person, I want to know how you background, I want to build something with you. I want to interact with you. And that person will tell you, good, I don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. If you want me, just tell me. Let's get into it.
Wow.
Yeah, just tell me and let's get into it, because if you want to know me, what do you know? Will you benefit from that?
Wow.
That is, I'm asking, Uchi, starting a relationship with friendship, why is it difficult to most ladies? Because when we want to build the common ground, the foundation, and level it gap, then we put a mirror and make a roof on top of it. I hope you get my point.
No, totally, totally. You even have given me another question to ask. Maybe because you want to also hear the perspective of women on this. Women, have you dated someone whom you were friends with before? Did it work out? What were the challenges? Please come through. Makupe, I see your hand. Come through, Mama.
Like le botseng, I wouldn't say re a fetsang go e bolela.
Yeah.
Women are tired of this thing, yeah, talking stage and getting to know me. O tla build a foundation ya double story only to build mkuku. How fetsa mo o building a foundation? I've poured my heart out. I've told you all the no, guys. O nyaka go tsebang? Do you want to do this or nah? Like you will find out inside. Ningazospora. You like I personally I am over it. You guys want because now in this talking stage that you have created, it's just to evade the accountability of being in a relationship. You want the benefits of knowing me and having all this access to me intimately, but you don't want the accountability and responsibility that comes with knowing that information. So re tlo dula mo di maga foundation eo ya double story for mukhuku. Because after you build this foundation, then after 3 weeks you decide gore awa a ke sa batla, then what? And I've gone through all of this. Guys, it doesn't work like that. No. And if that was the case, why abazali bethu bebakhona ukuthi bashelane 2 or 3 weeks or whatever? Then Zakai, they didn't need to know each other for months and months and months. Awa. No, we decide, are we doing this or not? We will be in a relationship for probationary period, because another thing about this getting to know each other is that you're getting to know me, you're getting to know Ntabiseng, you're getting to know Karabo, and you've got all these options and you're comparing me against all these candidates. So you're not even giving me the benefit of exclusively knowing me, and then the next thing you are comparing me to other people. That's why it will never work, because now you are in this, you are like you are the company that is interviewing for candidates. So the candidates are at a disadvantage. You as the company, you are the one that is at an advantage. But if we decide, okay, I am hiring you, but on a probationary period, we are both looking at each other and deciding our habits fine for each other and all of these things, then yes, we can go ahead, Abuti, after 3 months. I can't on that honeymoon phase or whatever. I always say my grandparents have been married for 50 years. Even today, they are still getting to know each other. 50 years later, there are things that they are learning about each other, because even you are learning new things about yourself. You are not the Reynold that you were in primary school, in high school, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. So how will you get to know me fully? You won't. Decide what you want. Are we doing this or nah? And then the second question is, yes, I have dated somebody who I've been who I've been friends with for a long time. And Awuti sheltered me for a long time. And I said yes, ngazi sola. Finish.
You need to come back for that one. There's no way, Makupe. There's no way. We need to come back for that one. Before Leroy comes in, I wanted to read a comment. Oh, no, it's fine. Pumpkin, How about bututu king? You don't want to know bututu king ha os phela bua ka bututu, but I will address it. Come through with Leroy. Oh, sorry, no. Subs was first. True, actually. Subs' hand was first, and then you can come to
It's
Leroy.
okay. It's okay. Let him come through.
It's okay. It's alright. Leroy.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the individuals participating in the conversation and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast host or any affiliated organization. Listener discretion is advised.
So basically, but I kind of like Leroy is saying that for Lona here the talking stage budu to in more kilena more guys. Rona here, we are promoting healthy and good relations. All right? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Leroy. Subs come through, then we'll go to
Leroy,
Pumpkin.
why udlala disclaimer after ngwana ko gae a bolela? This life has been going on for 2 hours. You've never played the disclaimer.
No, actually, Shabana, but like Sekgothudi actually like he forgot to actually play it. So I want to
And you were reminded after my sister spoke.
Yes, actually, yeah. I was like,
Yeah, the question is why now?
you like your views Anyway, sharp.
Yeah, no, wait, see, I raised the hand before Makupe could finish because I wanted to say, Khorim, Makupe is a perfect person to answer this. We were having this conversation the other day and she was like, why are we talking stage getting? And you know, at some point, guys, we never went through. I feel like talking stage is a new thing. Oh, I met someone, but we're still not talking stage. KG, us the early 90s, baby. Let's think about back in the days. Guys, never talking stage, thing. Because you would meet someone and then they would ask you out and then you would mice them, especially ladies. We would mice them for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, but knowing your answer already, you know? But it was that thing, you don't want to say yes, ka first, you know? So you would just mice him for him to come back and keep asking you out, but you already knew the answer. And you would find out his favorite color in the relationship. You would find out his favorite food in the benekant in the relationship. All these things you would find out in a relationship. And this is why 6 months down the line, you would say, you actually found out this and I'm not sure if I should continue with the relationship or not. You know? You did not drag me for a good 3 months. No, but actually for me that makes sense because we are wasting time at these talking stages. You find a person say, and you know what? It's so bad, especially on social media. You find a person saying, I've been single for 2 years, but I've had talking stages. Guys, we are complicating life. Guys, good news already with us not complicating anything. Naturally, there's just a lot. But we are out there adding on it. We are out there adding on the lot, unnecessary so. You know, I saw your hand, Ray. I'm gonna come to you. Someone, and Makupe knows this person. Someone said to me, "This is a person that I've been trying to friend zone. So if you ask me out and I don't want to be involved with you, and I genuinely see you're a nice person, I will try and brother zone you or friend zone you." So this person I've been trying to friend zone for the longest of time, and he's not going there. He's just like, you know. And honestly, it's good honestly. So this person said to me about a couple of weeks ago, we were talking and he said to me, you know what? If I must get to know you. I want to get to know you in Kolinyalong. And I said to him, what do you mean? He said to me, if you ever allow me, if you ever say yes to me, this me asking you out has been going on for long and I feel like this was us joling. So if you ever say yes to me, and let me tell you, I will get to know you along, because I mean, I've been watching you from a distance for the longest of time before I even started like getting to know you, like speaking to you, asking you out. What is it that's still left out there that I still need to know about you? He was just like, Nah, personally, I never date my friends because for me it doesn't work out. Once you make it to the friend zone or the brother zone, you are not coming out there. I don't know how else Ria took you out of that corner.
Ma'am,
Abuti
have
KG
you
has
met
got
me?
game.
He's
Have
got
you
game.
met me?
I know.
Nah.
Go shapela matso. Write a book, Abuti.
Nah, KG, I battle. I don't want to lie to you. Whatever, I remember at some point, Kileka friend zone someone, and when everyone came through to me and said, "Why do you friend zone this person? Because this person is such an amazing gent, and it's not like you're in a relationship. Give him a chance." But because of Kenali a strict rule, I couldn't go back and take him out of the friend zone corner. I had to just accept. And this is a rule. I think we've spoken about my sick rules that exist only in my head, I couldn't go back and take him out because I had said he's now a friend. And it's, I think we've had this conversation, Limponyana, where we were talking about male beasties, and I said, the reason why I do that, it's because I am trying to eliminate people saying there can never be a genuine female and male friendship, because I know that I can have that. So for me, going back and saying, okay, you can come out of the friend zone, let's do this, I felt like I was going to prove people right, and I was not about that life. So I let him, and I was like, I believe, if you know me, I believe so much in meant to be. So I was like, if we were meant to join, like if our paths are meant to cross in that manner, it'll happen. And guess what? It still hasn't happened. So being a story, he was fine in the
You saying pups or parts?
parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think all right. So I'm ready.
If we were meant to jola, we will jola. And sometimes I was saying to Tibato, and I was at Tibato, I think it was Tibato way, I was saying we hold on to a nice mjolo up until it ends, and when it ends we will cry and grieve and mourn and get up and dust ourselves and cry.
Promise, could you kindly mute on your side, please? Promise away. Promise.
Promise is not promising.
Oh, yeah, it's not promising indeed. Promise.
Request.
Okay, so let me just mute it for now.
Without you rapping it.
Okay, so I was so fedit.
What was I saying? Oh, I was saying to Tibato that if it fails, it will fail, Katie. We will cry, we will mourn, we will grieve, we will do all the works, but we'll get up, dust ourselves, and try again, But the friends, guys, tlogelang the friends in the friend zone corner. That's my advice.
Okay, all right. So let's Abuti, remember your comment that you wanted to say when you're raising a hand to subs. Leroy had spoken or had raised his hand before. Come to Leroy, and then we'll go to Abuti Reynolds.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, you know what now? Me, I just wanted to actually remind you guys that, guys, let's stay away from human beings. Re gona bojalo hela. Gape remember, left is your best, guys. Stay away from human beings. And that's it from me.
Sorry, Oz Pumpkin, that opportunity could have gone to you. Kupozwakala.
Yes, I had my first boyfriend, actually, we grew up together. And it was amazing. Hey, I would date him again. I still love that guy. And it's genuine love. It's like, I can't stop. It's there. you know. We meet up from time to time, we talk, that's it. And then, but it's just that he has 2 kids now, so I can't get into that. And the reason why we broke up was because of his evil sister. Yes, you don't remember, but I told you about this. So yeah, that one is the love of my life, eh? Definitely, that one. It's just that circumstances won't allow us to be with each other. Pale.
Bo baby mama bagay.
Kabanga 2.
Bako kai, where are they?
Where we live. Because he was like, I want a baby, blah blah blah, and I was like, nope, and he went and made a baby. But that was years after. Not immediately. No, yes, that was years after because we had broken up. But during that time, we would meet up and do our things. But then, I love him genuinely, guys. It's like genuine love. It's like it's there. It's like I can't. Like when I see him, I'm not gonna just ndlula him. I will hug him, I will kiss him, and then we're like, bye, sharp, petty.
Why is it not gonna work? Because you say it's never gonna work, or I don't know if you said never, but why is it not working?
He has kids.
Yeah, but they are not your kids.
But he has kids. I told you guys that I don't want to be anyone's mother. I don't want to even be a mamngane. Be like, yes, I don't want that. I don't, because I know he's a family-oriented guy. He will make sure that his kids are there. He likes such things. He will make sure that his kids are there in my face 24/7. So I will not. Angifuni ukuba umamncane, ngigreat. And the evil sister is
you're already mamngane to your nephews and nieces.
That's different.
How?
I get you. I want to psychoanalyze, please. Bye-bye.
Okay.
She must treat them like her nieces and her nephews. She must treat them like that. It's not difficult, no, I promise you. Just treat them like abantwana bakasisi wakho. Abazofika badla ukudla kwakho bahambe. Angeke balale lapha or abantwana basenext door.
Angifuni. Yabona that guy ne, he's the one guy that I was sure with mina naye together forever. Ever. Like if I had decided to have kids, I would have had those guys' kids and married to him. It's just that, yes, things didn't work out and it's okay. But I still love him.
Okay, psychoanalyze. It's fine. It's alright. Guys, sorry. I know this is going haywire, but Abutu Reynolds, your hand, and then we go to Makupe.
Okay, Apothecary, I have serious question to start with Makupe because I need them to clarify this thing for me, man. And please, be straightforward. Man. You say you just want to jump into a relationship. Yet, number one, you don't know the background of the person you're jumping into a relationship with. What if this person or his background? Are you gonna behave on that? What if this person you're going with at the mall, now all ladies they come to you, hey Mundwami, hey, he's a celebrity now. Are you gonna cope with that? Ushara at the house and she's doing strange thing or he's doing strange thing. Are you gonna cope with that? No, I'm not fighting, I'm asking. I just want to understand because abantu we act in different ways. Umuntu ayachinja. Someone can change anytime. So what are you gonna do with that if you don't know ukuthi umuntu wakho uqhamukaphi, i-background injani? That's my question. I'm not fighting.
Aravare.
Yeah, even if you were fighting, bonye kulunge but anyway. So in this talking stage of yours, I will embarrass you when we are walking in the mall. Guys, when acting, I see people don't put their best foot forward anyway during the talking stage. So they are going to misrepresent themselves anyway. That's why people get divorced. That's why people break up, because you misrepresent yourself in the very beginning of the relationship. You don't want your flaws to be known. Nobody is going to be out here like in an interview. You're not going to be like, I'm not going to 2 minutes late every day. No, you're going to say, I'm punctual. Sabelo, nako e ke mo interviewa gore beyond being my sister, abe my friend. She said she will be punctual, but I'm always 3 hours late or 4 hours late. You find out when you are inside. And it's too late. Now you love this person. When you are late, they are changing outfits and asking you if they look good. And you have to be honest and tell them they look good, or else you are going to be another extra hour late. So we misrepresent ourselves anyway. So are we doing this or nah? That's it.
Hi guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon, subs.
I have a question for Ray. Does he not know a show called Who Am I Married To? Ray, waity, like Umakupe is saying, you're not gonna find out everything. Even if you gave that 3 months probation of talking stage, and then when you decide to like me because I'm short and I'm giggly and whatever, you're not gonna find out everything. There are things that you're going to find out 10 years later. There are things that you're gonna, KG, I've accepted something about human beings. Guys, you can never fully know a person. And like you can never fully know a person. My mom started learning other sides to my dad in their late, I think they were celebrating around 20, on their 28th anniversary. After they had 3 kids. So I think personally, you can never fully know a person. If you love someone or you think you like someone, Ray, cut the talking stage. And also, now I am so messed up right now because people are just dying left and right and center. So if you want to be talking for 3 months, no, bye. Because if Pegmeda si 9 months, so you were still 3 months, so 6 months. No, bye.
Sign the contract then, sign the contract, and that is why there's too much divorce out there. One, they don't know their backgrounds. Maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I don't know. But yeah.
I'm definitely hearing what you mean, when I Reynolds, and I just remembered this comment I wanted to give to subs earlier on when you make an example ka di 90s. I think make Zitike Tomileng talking stage whatever. Bo, what are you doing? WUT, lying in bed. That was talking stage. Makes it kind of 2 million was a talking stage. But in any case, I don't know. Like for me, it's a bit tricky because there is an importance of knowing someone, and there is also the importance of commitment, right? And we want the two to collide at some point. Now, the question is, during the getting to know each other, whether it is the talking stage or whether, please overshare my coupe, whether it is a talking stage or it is us finding out while we're in a relationship. The question is, what are we doing in these two scenarios? Like what Pumpkin was saying, the moment in J you involve the crossing of paths, like Sabelo said, then we have possibilities of skewed vision and blindness and all of these short-sightedness and all of that. So if talking stage, we are talking, there's no in the finding out in a relationship, we are finding out and we are committed in that, and both will achieve, I think, the same result. Because either way, whenever you find out that this person is not for me, whether you're a talking stage or you're in a relationship, you're gonna find out. So I think it's more of what is the posture of both of your hearts and mind about taba e ya hore talking stage, or we'll find out what does that mean and what activities happen. Because once the crossing of paths happens, it becomes another story altogether. So for me, that is where I'm standing at. Makupe, your hand, and then I will give, I don't remember who it is. I think Makupe
Senzo.
will go up like that. Then we'll close with Abu Senzo. Yes, come to Makupe.
Okay. So another thing, Reynolds, that is the darker side of this thing you're talking stage. Ke gore, la re gobatsa, guys. We are in this talking stage and we are investing ourselves in you. And you are getting the perks of this free friendship and shoulder to cry on, but you don't have any of the accountability, like I was saying, that comes with being in a relationship, right? So it's funny because of the timing. The other day, I'm going to read this quickly. I received this in my DMs on Insta, right? So this person says, "Hey, I know this is probably the very last person you ever wanted to hear from again, but I really felt compelled to write to you. I really hope you give this a read. This is an apology. The last text you wrote to me on WhatsApp has stuck with me till now and forever will. I have been making excuses as to why I acted the way I acted. I was depressed, I was the victim, but there really shouldn't be any excuses. I didn't show appreciation to you for being there during my darkest of hours. That was really shitty of me. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry. If I could turn back the clock, I would go back and show you the appreciation you deserve. You showed a complete stranger love when you didn't have to, and I didn't deserve it. I'm sorry." This guy, me and him were in a talking stage, and he was in a car accident, and he couldn't walk for a while. I was this man's confidant. Okay, I was there for this person, and in the name of talking stage, there was this. So our conversations were good and all of this and all of that, but now we are talking and we're acting like we're in a relationship at the same time. You are receiving all of these benefits. It's exhausting, guys. It's taxing to listen to matata a especially a heavy ka tsela eo. Ke mmereko. You were his feet when he couldn't walk. Hey, then when he could walk and papel. So, guys, no, it's traumatic.
Is it maybe because you're doing too much, Makupe, in the talking stage?
This is my thing. Some of us, I don't know about other people. Now I don't know how to have shallow conversations and shallow interactions. If you have ever spoken to me in the history of ever, you know that I don't do small talk and shallow conversations. So which is why I say, are we doing this or not? I don't know how to switch off because what is too much? What do I share? What do I not? So now I'll be here trying to filter and wondering, okay, is this over? On top of the anxiety that we already have, now we have to be filtering conversations and wondering,
Makupe.
when do I share? When do I not? What do I? Guys, no.
I don't know if this will answer everyone else, but I can only make this example from Akupe, and maybe she will get it, but I don't know if everyone else will get it, and it's fine. Subs, so Makupe,
Yes.
doing too much, nah? Is this one, nah?
Yeah.
And the past 2 situations that you know of, right? And that is doing too much. Uyajola ungajoli. That's the problem. So and I'm also maybe disclaimer I'm Lana, because I don't know, the last time I did talking stages was years back. I don't know what then talking stages looks like now. However, talking stage for me, and remember this is different from a friend, and this is someone that you're getting to know, right? Yes, we cannot have, in terms of switching on and off, you can't choose when someone is going through something and they want someone to talk to about and all of that, right? Part of that is indeed bondings that are created, but also they must happen within boundaries. And boundaries is you saying, Makupe, because you know this very well. Boundaries is saying, I hear you, I sympathize, I understand, I'm not the right person to help you. Go see a shrink, go see a psychologist, go see a professional about this thing. This is you now protecting yourself from now going too deep, where now you are the shoulder to cry on and jiki you are something else to ride on. Yabo? So that's where the boundaries come in. Be yourself, but the same way as you draw boundaries with certain relationships in your life, to be like, me, I will not get involved in this mess, yaga sabelo, and that's it. I will advise, and beyond that, we are out of it. So it's one of those things that we need to be careful of. That is where the doing too much is, for me, I would think. Where now, like you said, these benefits of, whenever you feel like you're giving a benefit of a relationship, when you're not in a relationship, you are doing too much. Me and you, subs, I think Mama Cooper can have non-shallow conversations anytime, but that does not come into a point of there are certain boundaries. Okay, maybe I'm the worst example to make, but there are certain boundaries that you still put in place regardless of the case. So you are in conversation and you're getting to know this person, and then you can decide, well, okay, am I willing to put my emotions into all of this? Am I willing to put myself in this mess, if there is a mess to talk about? But that is just that. Wonderful people, we have very few minutes. I have my next engagement on, so I will need to deal with that. So that will be that, Makupe. I will give you 15 seconds to respond, then we go to Pumpkin, then we go to Subs, Reynolds, Senzo.
Oh, it's okay, guys.
Okay.
I hope I would
just driving is anyway. Pumpkin, Zola.
I missed the question. What's the question?
There is no question, Mama. It was you can wrap it up, your opinion, and we continue, because I'll be closing soon.
Oh, love is blind is a myth, doesn't exist. Or it's a myth, it doesn't exist. But also, guys, stop sleeping around. There's no need to get physical with someone you just met. It confuses the whole situation. So take time. However sexually frustrated you are, just take time and come to Magoya. They will take you out of it. You guys, I'll never forget that day. They will help you out of the situation. So Yeah, so that you don't confuse, what's the word? Frustrations with with love, I mean. So yeah. I went a
All
talk.
right. Okay, subs come through. But you must hide your banking app. Subs is a girl. Network ya hao mama e thomile jwanong. Sabel, is it just me or you guys can hear subs?
Hi.
You can speak subs.
Izo zona lezo.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. I would do, right? Closing remarks.
Okay, guys, my closing remarks really hard to get, and let's get to know each other, guys. Yes, we come and understand each other because, guys, we never know. Life is too short. Bye, Danko, I'm out.
Thank you, Abu Reynolds. Keep it Makoya. And Abu Senzo. Welcome, sir. It's been a while.
Sanibonani bantwana benkosi kuzo zonke
Last time.
Ay,
kuthiwa
network akasubs. Sorry. Yes, Abu
kuthiwa
Senzo.
ungangididile ukuthi ngikhulume angazi umkhonyana ukuthi ngimenzeni. She's been against me joining the panel today.
How? I
But
didn't know.
I don't know why. Family, I have a question, family. Angazi ngoba Usabs is having network problems, but I just wanted to ask quickly, Uguti, how long, according to you guys, is a talking stage supposed to be? Mhlawumbe it's a question that can, or rather, you can give me the response to this question in the next lives. Now, seeing that Ubodi KG needs to go, just think about it. With how long is it?
There are the answers. Abanye bathi 1 date, abanye bathi 5 dates.
Oh, okay. All right. Mhlawumbe those that are saying five dates, Paul, maybe they could explain themselves in the next in the next live, because I believe that 10 minutes of the first date, when we are asking each other more questions, we are talking more. We are on the date, we are talking. Asiyeke ukuthi siyakhuluma on WhatsApp and no, that doesn't count for me. For me, 10 minutes, we are now sitting at a restaurant or wherever, la sihlangana khona, having a conversation face to face. 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, and on the 16th minute, you need to have made a decision, Uti. We are now already, getting into a relationship or not. Because on the 17th minute, if you don't tell me, then we are done. There's no reason or there's no need for us to talk after this. So what are we going to be talking about, really? We have sat down, we are talking, deciding whether we are getting to know each other kulowo 15 minutes or so. And then after that, seziyakhala. And I believe ukuthi as we start to date in the 17th minute, nguyale, if kuwukuthi kunento that you see ukuthi lenge uzoyibekezelele, that relationship will then need to end. If ukuthi it's a deal breaker for you. I think let's not waste each other's time. Ukuthi manje siloke sikhuluma, you're going to drag me for an entire week, entire month. Kuze kuphele nonyaka, you are dragging me. I want to be in a relationship with you. I want us to, hey, lalela. I want us to go all out. go full into this relationship thing, and then when suddenly you just wanna you wanna drag me. I can't act. I can't do what I need to do as your partner because wena usafuna ukhulumani yini le ngaka koze komamathe lokhu kukhulunywa. No, let's get into this conversation first date. After that sibone ukuthi senza njani. That's it. Ngiyabonga.
But Nhlakazi 60 minutes, we have not even ordered food. We have not looked at the menu.
No, it's fine. It's fine. That's why I said, okay, kukhona that moment when KJ, right? Fine, sit down. We're looking at the menu. Asikakhulumi lapho.
Okay.
Yabona lapho asikakhulumi. But the moment we start talking, okay, uwethu usefikile wawathatha ama-menu. Uma uwethu ephenduka ebheka le, mina nawe siyaqala siyakhuluma. Waphenduka nje uweta wabheka le angazi ezindaba zethu. Siyaqala siyakhuluma. Ngale kwalokho, after that ake ngeke. Futhi ungangibuza ukuthi what's the favorite thing, what favorite colors, favorite meal. Zonke lezo no. Angiyazi. Yes, Pearl. I'm going to set the timer if I need to. We need to ask relevant questions. You know, we really need to ask relevant questions during our days. Ungangibuza indaba zokuthi anyway, let me not drag kakhulu. Sengizwile ukuthi ngithini.
I hear you.
Ngiyabonga.
I hear you. Kusho ukuthi vele after a waiter abegele, by the time 16 minutes is done, you would already have decided that you're taking takeaway before the food is plated or not.
Yes, exactly. By the time, if maybe even before ukudla kuze kube ready, I can still go and cancel. Ngithi ayi imakancane cancel lo kudla, or not cancel. Ngimcela uweta ngithi waiter please split the bill. Ngizozikhokhela mina ukudla kwami yena uzozikhokhela kwakhe. Finish.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we put a full stop or a comma. I don't know. You guys tell me. Clearly, this talking stage thing, we must talk about it, okay, as umteni, and understand. Maybe we must have a list. Yakuti, kule 16 minutes. Yabo, what are we asking? Because we can't be asking useless questions. Gama color. Whatever that you see me wearing that day is my favorite color. So, these things are ticked off. So we must have Kuti this list that we will ask in 16 minutes. What is included there? So that we know we don't waste time. But Kuraf. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Abuti Leroy, do you want to say something before we close?
No, but I can't. When I'm really dating and guys like me, I'm not there anymore. And it's fine. I really just wanted to say like just one thing, guys. Barki ma'am, KG has a great what's that side hustle program now. So as in, like just go follow him there, and then like he will plug you more how to teach about Tumuri online. So as in, please as in, just do that. And I'd like to apologize again for yesterday, guys. Please forgive me. I had a really busy weekend, so yesterday was just a lot. But then, see you again maybe tomorrow or maybe Friday, because hey, so maybe tomorrow. But then yeah, let's get
And for those who I think I saw someone, I didn't record who it was, who said they wanted a branded cup. Send Leroy Lapo a DM and he will talk to you.
Oh yeah, I can buy actually. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So that's basically that. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for coming through. I really, 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 really appreciate you guys. Sub-Zero Network clearly it hasn't come back yet. All right, and Pel Lena Owata Kapo and Ali, so please do the right thing there. So yeah, thank you so much for coming through. Keep it Makoya, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Yazin, but it is okay. We will see, because I don't know. There was this topic, Lyra, that you wanted to, that you sent sometime last week, if I'm not mistaken, and
Yeah.
Konje, it was what, kids and what?
I really kind of forgot it, but then like let me see that video happen. No, yeah, no, but then yeah, actually, so maybe we can use it cafe's day actually.
So
But
what we
then
can do is this now. Today, everyone can check, repost it on like your status or something. I don't know how that it is. That video, then people can check that video, and that can be the topic we will decide. Maybe Kausani, they can say if they want to have the conversation around that. Then we will know we are doing it on Thursday. Is that doable, Lee?
all right, sharp.
Okay, so everyone, I don't know when, hopefully just after now, Leroy will post that video on his status. And then we'll check it out, and maybe that's what we'll talk about on this, because I think it gives a bit of context so that everyone can participate in that. Sedge, are Leroy, can Pell be my friend? I'm asking you first.
Brag at your own
There's
risk,
so.
eh? At your own risk, brag. Nah, get it say she's right here listening to you, my guy. So Angel, when I let you decide there, like, I get it saying.
Pontos Pilato. All right, guys. Cheers. I will see you. Students are waiting for me. I'm a coupe. Mama. Cheers, everyone. See you guys on Thursday. Ha! Brother-in-law, Karab.